name is Lori Lasseter Hamilton, and I'm a breast cancer survivor of 9 years. When I was diagnosed in 2004 at the age of 34, I felt devastated. I had already been through a survivorship experience of being sexually assaulted, and so I felt really devastated. I couldn't believe another bad thing was happening to me. And when I first started seeing doctors at UAB, I remember one of the first experiences I had was I was in a room with 6 doctors and my parents. It was a team of oncologists and radiation doctors, and I felt like I was being attacked all over again. Not raped necessarily, but I just felt like the whole world was coming at me all over again, and I had no choice, no say in the matter, just like when I was raped. I felt like I had to do, all the things the doctors were telling me so as not to let my parents down and my family down. I lost my left breast, which I did not want to do. At first I thought, well, I'd rather keep it and die than lose my left breast, because I felt like my choice was being taken away from me again. But I didn't want to let my family or my husband down, so eventually I decided to push through it. And I went through 6 months of chemotherapy, and I had a mastectomy of my left breast, and also I had 6 weeks of radiation and a year of Herceptin treatments. But one of the positive things that came out of my breast cancer experience was when I was getting radiation. I got it for 6 weeks, and one morning, it was about 6 or 7, I had to go to my radiation treatments really early. I remember one morning when I was walking to my car to go get my radiation treatments, I saw a rainbow in the sky. And I hadn't seen one in a long time, maybe not since I was a child or a teenager. And to me, that was a sign. It was like God was telling me everything was going to be okay. No matter what I had to go through, no matter how much longer the radiation was and the chemotherapy was, eventually I was going to be okay. It was like His promise to me that I was going to be healed and that I would be fine. And I guess another thing that was my inspiration for getting through it and being determined to push through all of the treatments was my husband. My mother was also inspiring to me because she went with me to every chemotherapy treatment, and when I went to my Herceptin treatments, I went once a week for a year, every Wednesday for a year, and she would always meet me. She worked at UAB, and she'd come over to the Kirkland Clinic and make sure everything was okay. But also when I was going through chemotherapy, I guess, I don't know how many weeks it was, maybe about a month or 6 weeks after I started chemo, I started to lose my hair. My hair started to fall out, and it was just very uncomfortable. It itched me a lot, and I didn't really want to shave my head, but it was getting to the point where it was uncomfortable, so my husband actually shaved my head for me. We went in the bathroom one day, and I didn't know how to shave my hair, and so he just took his clippers and shaved all my hair off. And just seeing other people do things like that they'd never done before, to have the courage to do something like that, inspired me. I mean, I had to say to myself, if my husband is willing to shave off my hair and see me bald and still love me, without a breast and without my hair, and if he's willing to, shave somebody else's hair and not just his own, which he does anyway, I've got to do something. I've got to get strong and not be negative and be determined to get through this, because if other people are willing to go through things like that they've never gone through before, then I have to be willing to I guess, get courageous and get strong. So no matter what any breast cancer survivor is going through, even if you're a very negative person like I am, I would say just try and look for positive signs anywhere you can, even if it's just something small like a rainbow in the sky or something in nature. I always, even now, even though I'm not going through that anymore, I go to the botanical gardens when I'm feeling upset or angry about something, and it helps me to feel better and gain perspective.